What up? What up? What up? It's Ibn Webb, Ib Webb, Quran Sam here. Official Thanksgiving going down here. Doing Essex County All Day Edition. Got my man, Reggie Johnson. Oh man, I known Reg since he was ripping and running as a youngin here. Like I said, just proud of him, man. He's become things he's done with himself, his life, family, and everything as well too. So like I said, just excited to have him on. So I'm just gonna be quiet and just get Reg on and just listen to a little bit of his journey here. Might find some things I didn't even know about. So looking forward to this. So hold tight. Nah, good seeing you, man. How you been?
Man, I'm good, man. No complaints, man. Good to see you.
Likewise, man. How'd you make out? I know you said your little one had a game. How they do?
Yeah, they ain't do too good today. They definitely caught a body today. But
Okay,
it's his first year playing, so he at the development stage. So it's just all learning right now, trying to learn concepts of the game.
Yeah. How old is he?
9, just turned 9.
Okay.
Yeah, I got one that just turned 8 and one that just turned 9.
Back to back, huh?
Yeah, I did a Drake.
Yeah. There we go. Nah, that's good stuff, man.
Word.
Man, check it. It's crazy, man. We fathers and everything else now, man.
Yeah, man. Life definitely changed.
It does. It definitely
for the
has.
better, though. Good for the better, though.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I know a little bit, about you, but just some stuff from. Just curious, East Orange from day one, right from the door. You was somewhere else and you ended up in East Orange.
Nah, I've been East Orange from day one. My mom's from East Orange and my father was from Newark. So they had to make a decision where they was gonna get a spot, and I guess East Orange won out.
Mm-hmm.
So I ended up in East Orange, the Downtown area, and went to Franklin School, and that's pretty much that's where everything started. Started running track early in my life.
You ran track.
Yeah, that was my first sport. My sister was a track head. She a little bit older than me, so I used to have to go with my sister to track practice every day, and since being there, I just ended up running.
Okay.
And I started from there. Ran with the Striders, me, Gills, couple of jokers from the neighborhood. Started out with that, and then progressed on to other sports.
Now, was that at Salvo or Wasessa?
I was at Wasessa, the East Orange Striders. Yeah, it was run by Wasessa. It was a recreation for the city, and that's where we had practice at. So it was pretty much in our backyard.
What meet you ran, man?
Man, I ran everything, man. 100, 200, 400, 4x1, 4x4. Yeah, we was nice too, man. We used to go to nationals and the Junior Olympics. Man, we traveled all over the states doing it, at the early age. It started early, like the age of 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was that your track was your first love, or did you have other sports?
I don't think it was my first love. It was just something that was just the first sport I got into it. Like I said, I got into it because my sister, she was 5 years older than me.
Yeah.
So she started running, and just for me going to the practices every day, I used to have to go with her to practice because my parents were still at work. So just for me being there, I used to just run, and while they was practicing, I would run. And the coach was like, "Man, you might as well just sign him up because he here every day and he running." Okay. So it was just I got into that. I mean, we used to play. I think football was my first love. We used to play football in the street all day long. Just that my mom, she wasn't really beat for me playing football at a young age to tackle. So it ain't have flag anything. So I mean, track was a little bit safer for my mom's eyes to let me run.
Okay. Then obviously with the football, you wound up playing Little League and all that.
Well, yeah, football was kind of last. Like me and Gil, we ended up playing basketball next. So 4th grade, we got into basketball.
Okay.
We wasn't that good. We was the youngest, like 4th grade, and I think it was like 5th and 6th grade.
At Franklin still?
At Franklin. Yeah, at Franklin. And Yogi, Coach Yogi picked us up. And I
remember that name.
That was pretty much the start of it. We didn't think we was gonna make the team. And I remember me and Gil, we saw the roster. I was like, yo, we made the squad. And then that was just pretty much it. We started playing basketball 4th and 5th grade. And then we got a little bigger, so parents finally let me play football. And we played at the Rams at Oval Park.
How was that? Because Rams was legendary, man.
Rams was legendary, man. It was an excellent opportunity. We got into that, which was crazy too, because my grandfather at the time was living on Park Avenue in Stockton off of William Street. And we was all playing football in the street, one day, and the ball hit his car. You know, he happened to come out while the ball hit his car, and he just started blacking on everybody. Like, yo, we out here playing football. We got the Rams right down the street. Y'all too soft to play for the Rams, whatever y'all out here. So from that conversation,
he have a Cadillac, did he? You mean?
Yeah. From that conversation, he had an L-Dog, matter of fact, you know? And from that conversation, you know, everybody on the block was like, you know what, we just gonna go to the park. So we went down to the park. At the time, Coach Johnson, Coach Haas, they was down there, and they was my basketball coaches. So he was like, look, we want to sign up. And that was how it started, man. That was right there. And that's pretty much how we started with the football and basketball.
Football-wise, what was your first position you played?
I started, I was a tailback for the junior peewees. Okay. And then I got moved up. I was fighting with the weight limit. And my father was like, he didn't really want me to be running with a bag on and all that stuff. And I was trying to play because all my boys was playing with junior peewees. So I got moved up to the peewee level that same year. And they was already filled with spots. So, you know, just to jump on, coach said we needed a guard. I think it was a guard opened up. It was like, yo, we need a guard. And I just wanted to play. Wasn't really beat for watching people. So I jumped on that guard my first time. So it was pretty good. I got to learn how to block and get tough. That's what got me tough, playing that guard spot.
Oh, I know all about it. I played guard in Little League. I know all about it.
Yeah. That definitely made me a monster.
Nah. Good stuff, man. You mentioned when did you go to Immaculate? Because you wound up going to grammar school there.
Immaculate, 6th grade.
Okay.
So it was like that 5th grade, we graduated from Franklin. My mom, everybody was trying to figure out where we was going to go. All my friends was going to the middle school.
Well, Hart Middle was the Hart Middle?
Yeah, all my cousins and everybody was at the Hart Middle. They was getting a little bit of trouble. So my mom's, she wasn't really trying to get I wasn't trying to get in trouble. I had some friends that was, you know what I mean? You know how it goes. Some friends that you really shouldn't be hanging with at the time, but they was cool. You know, we was young, but she just didn't want me hanging with them. So Lance Boston was my neighbor.
Oh, okay.
So Lance was at Immaculate. So, you know, we found out about Immaculate through Lance. And Lance, we used to play football, and he used to terrorize everybody in the neighborhood because he was a super athlete in the neighborhood. So, you know, my pops found out, you know, he went there, he had some success. So, that, you know, his Mr. Boston was just like, yo, why don't you just bring him over there? So we all linked up, and that's how we all ended up at Immaculate. And then come to find out, Mr. Allen, you know, it was my cousin. He was over there coaching the middle school team, so it just worked out.
It sounded like it did. And even with Mr. Allen, man, I know he had Jules, Gil, Troy, all you guys, man. You guys, did y'all lose at grammar school?
We lost. Well, 5th and 6th, we didn't lose any games. But while we was playing 5th and 6th, we was also playing 7th and 8th. So while we were 6th grade, we was playing up. You know, we was getting lumped up, you know, at that first year. 7th grade year, you know, I think we went a little bit above 500. And then by the time we was 8th grade, man, we were just beating the brakes off everybody again like we did when we was in 6th grade. And we was like 60-0, 8th grade, something like that.
Something crazy, yeah.
Yeah.
And then even football, like with the Rams and all that,
we was undefeated. We went undefeated in 8th grade, the Rams too.
Because now let me think, not only you, Gil, like Shakai and all them, y'all all played
me,
together,
Gil,
right?
Shakai, Nikosi, he just passed away. Kumar, man, we were stacked, man. There's a lot of guys that went on to high school, should have been successful, you know, but whatever happened. But our team was stacked.
Then outside of the sports, man, just a regular childhood, man, like no.
Yeah, man, that's it, man. Crazy? I mean, pretty much everything revolved around sports. At that time, we was playing football, basketball, we was running track. I mean, we ain't had no time to do nothing else but, you know, come to school and go to practice.
Now, when did you start running track?
I started running track maybe about, I want to say 7th grade.
Okay.
7th grade, we started really getting into football, started really getting into basketball. And then I started, you know, I started picking up a little weight, so I wasn't as light as the other guys. So, you know, track, I just stopped running it, you know, to be honest with you. You know, the 3-sport thing was kind of getting tired, and I was getting older, but I had started running track at a young age. You know, football and basketball was more appealing to me at the time. Now,
was it a foregone conclusion you was going to high school at Immaculate, or was you considering somewhere else?
Well, you know, at that time, everybody was, you know, we was thinking St. Benedict's. We was thinking about Clifford Scott, you know, going back home.
So to let you go back to Scott?
Yeah, I could have went, all my family. I'm the only person that went Catholic school.
Okay.
And my whole family. You know, my pops graduated from Shabazz. My mom graduated from East Orange. My sister graduated from Scott. All my cousins went to Scott. So it was just a matter of where I wanted to go. We had a good chemistry at where we was at Immaculate. You know, me, Gil, O, Latif, Kwame. You know, we was all together for a while. So we was just like, you know, we might as well just do something different and just stay at Immaculate. So that's how we all ended up at Immaculate. Plus, we saw y'all, man. We saw the success. I mean, y'all had a huge impact on us. You know, we used to come watch our games. What's my man, Dave Cohen? We used to come in, watch Dave light the gym up. You know. So we had some players at Immaculate, man. So you know that was definitely exciting coming to watch you guys play. I mean that helped towards the atmosphere too. You know, small school environment and the atmosphere was just great. You know, so you know that was big influence on why we went there.
Yeah, because I know for you to say that you even consider Scott and even Benedict's, you were in the last of Ben. Ain't no girls at Benedict's.
So, that's why we didn't go to Benedict's, Essex. That's why we in Seton Hall, because we could have went to any of those spots.
Okay.
But, you know, there was no girls there, so we eliminated that right there out the door.
Yeah. So you get to Immaculate, man. I mean, again, obviously you've seen, you know, folks that was already there playing. You talk about Dave and everything else, man. Just you knew right away, like, hey, this is where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah. I mean, it was perfect fit for us. I mean, we was already used to the small school, the small setting. We had been in the public school setting, you know what I mean? And so, I mean, I think it was just the best fit for us. I tell everybody all the time, man, you know, we resented it at first because we was used to Franklin and we wanted to go to the middle school. But, you know, when I look back at it, you know, we had a lot of success. It was definitely the best thing for me.
Now you got there, man. I mean, again, playing the two sports mainly, man, did you aspirations playing varsity right from the beginning, or did you feel you had to pay your dues, or what?
I mean, felt I had to pay my dues, man. You guys was the seniors. Y'all was running the town at the time, so we was looking up to you guys. You know, you, Jakeem, Rod, Brian, Jason. I mean, I know all you remember all you guys like it was yesterday. And we got the little experience playing with you guys in the Central Park League in Orange. You know,
that's right. That playground,
playing with y'all.
Playground, that's right.
That gave us a lot of confidence playing up. So we knew we could play. It was just a matter of just waiting our time. You know, we had some good guys that was ahead of us that we learned a lot from.
But you're competitive, man. So I mean, that playing the bench wasn't going to last too long. You know what I mean? As far as whether it's football or basketball here, and I knew what you guys. I mean, you know, I was talking to you here. I knew it was just a matter of time, man, before it was just time for the lights to come on and you do your thing here. I mean, I know I left, and then I talk about as far as just the sophomore year, it kind of probably gets going for you a little bit. You start varsity both sports, right?
Yeah. I started the point guard at my basketball, and then I started at defensive back on offense. Kevin Gibbs was still the lead, the feature back. And then we had John Wolf, I believe. So they were the featured backs.
It's about Scott Wolf.
Scott Wolf. Yeah. So, you know, those were the upperclassmen at the time. So I was still trying to get my way into the door. You know, Gibbs was a superior athlete, man. You know, he was big, he was strong, he was fast. You know, I was just trying to find my way in. My speed hadn't picked up like that, you know, on the varsity level yet. But as far as the defensive back, you know, I started there. I did pretty well as a corner. First and sophomore.
Let me ask you about that basketball year, that sophomore year with Jim Ryan, man. How was that?
Man, Jim Ryan, I gotta say that's gotta be the craziest coach, but definitely was the best coach besides Mr. Allen that I had, man. I wish we could have had Fess. We didn't get a chance to play with Fess. You know, Fess is another excellent coach. But Coach Ryan, man, that's my guy, man. If I could wish we had him off for the rest of my career, man. He left. We had him one and done. That sophomore year, I think we would have had him my senior year, we think we would have won. We would have did a lot better than what we did. We went 25-5, but I don't think we would have lost the game. We'd have had Ryan.
Yeah, because even your sophomore year was pretty. Obviously, you, Gil, and I'm trying to think who else. People that wasn't used to getting playing time getting playing time. They wasn't used to playing because everybody.
Yeah, we had Keon.
Yeah,
we had Al Florence, Kevin Connors. Big Eric Gayton. Yeah. So, you know, we got those guys. They was more football guys than basketball guys, but they were athletes, you know.
How about my man? Was he still around there? He was with Milk and Josue. I think that was his name.
Josue I think he left that next year.
Okay.
We had Lauderham,
Yeah.
Jamil. Like we had some guys. We were just inexperienced because y'all played that whole, you know what I mean, that year. So those juniors and seniors didn't really get that much burn that year. You know, they played JV, so they didn't have no varsity experience. So we was just all learning together, you know, pretty much that varsity basketball life.
Now, how did y'all do? I just knew he coached. I didn't know how.
I think we went, you know, we went subpar 500 my sophomore year. We made some runs. Then we had to see some guys. Tim Thomas, St. Patrick's was the team at the Patterson Catholic was because they had Tim Thomas. They had that team, you know, they was pretty good. We got knocked out by them in the States.
Okay.
You know, but you know, we were subpar 500. Obviously, you had to be 500 to make the States back then. So you know, we was a little bit above 500.
And then even football, how did y'all do?
Football-wise, I think it might have been the same way. Who was the quarterback? Theobald was the quarterback. Eugene.
Yeah. Okay.
So we was a little bit above 500, 5 and 6. You know, pacing there 5 and 6 about that.
And then things start going, man. Did you ever play like AAU or do anything as far as summertime, or y'all just played like
Nah, we didn't really get into the circuit. We didn't really know too much about it. We didn't really know too much about a lot of things. We were just, you know, figuring it out as we went. We went, we went to a lot of camps. We went to like Metro Index camps. We went to the 5-star camps and, you know, things like that. We went to the Ruckus camp, you know, things like that. That kept us active in the summer, you know. But other than that, we played summer league.
Yeah. How was the camps though? Because I never experienced like the 5 stars and none of that stuff.
Those was good experience. If it was, Ryan hooked us up on that. You know, he was the one that pretty much put us on the camps. So, you know, we used to do that in the summer. I think Gil and O ended up playing Garden State games they senior year.
I remember the Garden State games.
Yeah, so they got picked up for Garden State games senior year. And then O was the only one that really played AAU because as our success started picking up, you know, O was right in that limelight as we started getting it. So, you know, he picked up a lot of things after we left and things like that. So he was able to play the AAU circuit, but we didn't really play it.
Now that junior year comes around, man, is it starting to just in your mind be like, yo, I got this. I'm getting this here as far as in regards to both football and basketball. First, let's talk football. I mean, obviously now you're starting both ways, I'm assuming.
Yeah, football, we starting to get it. The Thanksgiving game my sophomore year, Finn, the last game, he switched from the veer to the wing T. So we was running veer, and I never forget Thanksgiving game. We had 2 weeks to prepare for Glen Ridge. And he was like, you know, we're going to switch it up. We're going to change something up. So we went to that wing T. I mean, we loved it. Once we showed us the wing T, I think we loved it. It was a way for everybody to get the ball and the misdirection. I mean, we adopted it quickly. We beat Glen Ridge that sophomore year. So coming into our junior year, we felt a little confident now with the offense. Gil really wasn't confident with that veer because, you know, I think that veer was predicated for you.
Nah, I only ran it I only did it that 1 year.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that senior year. That's the only time. That's only that 1 year.
Oh, I didn't even know that. I thought that's what y'all ran.
That was only that 1 year, man.
Oh, wow. Yeah, but Gil wasn't really, he wasn't
trying
that option.
No, yeah.
Nah. You know, so I think that was one of the reasons. And like I said, it was a way to get everybody the ball, you know, with that misdirection. So, you know, once we adopted that, you know, we all fell in love with that and with the system. And it took a year, that junior year, it took us a year to get it. So again, we had just 5 and 5. We had just made the playoffs.
Stuck in the States, yeah.
Just made the playoffs. We had played Matter Day, which was supposed to be a good team. And we ended up going up to Matter Day and knocking them off.
Okay.
Back then, it was just that one game. One game, you get to the ship.
Yes.
So, you know, we had lost to, you know, we lost to all the major teams. We lost to Cedar Grove. Cedar Grove beat the brakes off of us.
They did, yeah.
Mountain Lakes beat us a close one up there. Okay. And then we lost to Verona in a close game at the last second. And I even think we lost to Glen Ridge. So, we lost to the heavy hitters that year, but they were all close with the exception of Cedar Grove.
Okay.
You know, and then we made that run got that run in the playoffs and made some noise, got to the championship. We had to play in like a monsoon, man.
I heard it was crazy.
Yeah, man.
That
was the worst experience ever. They gave us this nice charter bus and we went all the way down to Hamilton But man, when I say it was pouring, it was hailing. So it was just the elements. Like we was in the game, but halftime we come back and we cold. And we like, yo, do we really want to play this, man? You know, so I think that motivated us. That really motivated us that next year. You know, it was all the motivation for that.
Before you get to that year, then you switch over to
basketball.
How'd you do?
Basketball was all right. We had got the new coach now. Ryan had left. We had got Tisdale. Okay. So, I mean, Tisdale was a passive guy. You know, he didn't really say too much. He didn't really have to say too much at the time because he inherited a team that had been together since 6th grade. Right. So, you know, now we were starting to click. We was a little bit over 500 now. I think we was contenders. We was contenders our junior year. Don't remember the record so much, but still had to see those big dogs, you know, in the States, St. Anthony's, St. Pat's, you know, but it was starting to roll. It was starting to click. Gil and O found the role. You know, they was the solid wing guys now. And we were just back to our middle school games. So now it's just a matter of just fine tuning, you know. So I think that's just what it was. We just fine tuned our junior year.
So now, no, go ahead.
Still at Keon. Keon was still a senior. So, you know, we was in good shape, you know, junior year. And we didn't have that height though. We'd have had some, we was missing that height, like always missing that one big guy. I mean, you know, when you played, it's that one big guy. You know, we could have been deadly.
You get to it, man. Y'all get the senior year. I mean, going into it, man, I know this is your last run at everything, man. Was it just kind of like, I got no choice but to do this now? I mean, team-wise, individually, did you just like, this is it?
Yeah, well, when we got the senior, we already knew it was, well, I knew, you know, we had it. I mean, we've been together for 4 years. You know, we had a team, me, Gil, O, Harold, Mitch, Troy. I mean, it was a bunch of us.
Now, let me ask real quick, selfishly, real quick before you get to everything else that happened, man, like, you kind of realize, it might even be before your senior year, like, I'm kind of nice at this, whether football or basketball, man. When did it click for you as far as yourself here? Like, I'm kind of
to be honest, my freshman year.
Okay.
Man, yeah, freshman year, coming from middle school, you know, coming to high school, that was a different transition. And Gil got hurt. So they ended up putting me at the quarterback realms for that freshman year. And yeah, man, that let me know I could play. You know, I turned it up my freshman year. And because you're playing freshman JV. So it's really not even freshman, you're playing JV ball.
Right.
And I scored a lot of touchdowns my freshman year. So that just let me know I could play. And just a matter of just getting faster. You know, I knew I wasn't as fast as like Gibbs and all those other guys. Those guys was lightning speed, but I was quick, you know, and I had a little bit of understanding of the game. So,
which is totally important. Yeah.
So that helped me out. You know, we were definitely students of the game. That was the difference.
So that fall, man, like you said, you knew that was about that life, man. As far as football, y'all knew what it was going to be, man. Y'all just got going right from the beginning, from first scrimmage on, huh?
First scrimmage on. I mean, it was just the confidence thing. Everybody had been in a position for 2-3 years now. I mean, you know, we seen what we needed to do. We played against the top competition and competed. So it was just like, now it was back to 8th grade again. You know, it was something that we was accustomed to doing and being in those positions. You know, we did it in middle school. So now we was like, it's just 8th grade all over again. It's time to do it.
Now, a couple of them teams you talk about junior year losing to and getting blown out. Did y'all have, before you get to the States, conference-wise, did y'all have any close games you recall?
Yeah, we had a couple close games. We had a close game. Our first close game was Chatham, the 3rd game of the season. It was a 3-0 game. They was up 3-0 the whole game for about to the 4th quarter, and we had to go in there and rally up. I think we drove all the way down. I had to drive like 80 yards down. We scored, punched it in, and then I think we ended up winning 7-3, something like that.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah, we won 7-3, and then we blew everybody else out, and then we got to Mountain Lakes. And Mountain Lakes was a nail biter. We beat them.
How was that? Y'all playing wing T against wing T here now.
Yeah. Mountain Lakes. We called it Miami, Florida State game.
Okay.
You know, that was our analogy, Miami, Florida State. And because they were big and fast, just like us. And they actually had a chance to win. We had to stop them on a 4th and goal play to solidify the win. So, once we did that, they said we haven't beat Mountain Lakes. That was the whole talk that whole week. Like, we haven't beat Mountain Lakes in years and years. Finn never beat Mountain Lakes. So it was a lot of pressure on Finn. He was trying to put the pressure on us. We was trying to tell him to relax. We had the game. We was going to be all right. But no, they came to play. They definitely came to play. And it was a good game.
They partied in the field house afterwards once y'all went home, I'm sure.
Yeah,
I'm sure the coaches partied in that field house. And it was interesting as far as you talk about, even for the States, y'all getting busy, and then obviously that school down the street, it was kind of like y'all was mirroring each other the whole year.
They was getting busy. Yeah. They was Omar, Ponton.
Yeah, Pon and them, right?
Yeah, man, they was doing the same thing we was doing. I think they had knocked off Bergen Catholic. Like, they was knocking off teams that, that was powerhouse teams. And they was beating the brakes off of them too.
Yeah.
Yeah. They had some big boys over there.
I get to the States, man. I mean, is this just pretty much just a formality? Like, let's just take care of this, or did y'all have any, because it was still the 2 games, the 1 game, then the finals. That's how that went. Okay, who'd y'all play after that first game? You remember?
Played St. Mary's the first game.
Okay.
And we beat the brakes off of St. Mary's. I think we beat them like 55-6, something like that.
Okay.
I mean, we were just confident, man. We was undefeated in the conference. We was rolling at a high. I mean, like, something really tragic had to happen for us to blow that. Somebody had to get hurt or some freak accident. That was the only way that was gonna stop what we was doing.
Yeah.
We were, as a team, we were so focused, man. I never seen a group of guys more focused. Like I said, the year before when we lost the championship, we saw that we got a taste of it. Like, we was that close. It was just like, oh man, we're not gonna mess this up next year. So I mean, from day one, everybody was just focused. We had one goal. Nobody wanted a class ring. We said the only ring we was getting was the championship ring. So that was just the talk,
Yeah, that's what it is. So now y'all get St. Joe's on y'all turf now. Get them, They come up to y'all.
Right.
So just leading up to that game, man, you get any schoolwork done that week, man?
Well, man, I had to take my SATs.
Oh, them SATs.
Like 2 games, like the conference championship game. We played Cedar Grove for the conference championship. I had to take my SATs.
Okay.
And then the state championship game, I had to take my SATs. And then I had to take my SATs. I was like somewhere. I was out in Verona's. Not even Verona. I was far that time. I might have been like West Essex. It's still not that far, but I've been at West Essex. So, man, I wasn't thinking about the SATs, man. That's probably why I didn't get my scholarship, man, because I was thinking about the football game. I went to the game with my stuff on. Like, I had my pants on, my sneakers on.
Oh, you?
Because I knew I ain't had much time after. Yeah. I literally got picked up, and when I got to the game, they was already just about to finish warming up. So, I didn't get a chance to warm up. I just all ready to play.
So you took your SATs in your pants, huh?
Yeah, I took my SATs in my pants. I really wasn't focused on the SAT, to be honest. I was just thinking about the game.
How was that week leading up to it, man? You remember?
Yeah, man. It was exciting, man. It was exciting, man. Everybody, it was a lot of tension. The coaches was more nervous than we was. At that time, I mean, we came to practice late. We decided, after school, we get out early at the seniors. Yeah. So we decided to go to McDonald's. We went to McDonald's and we were just chilling. And we just got to practice late, just playing with the time. And Coach Fenton blocked on us, never forget it. Yeah. Like, y'all gonna blow it. We never won a championship and y'all got the opportunity. We tried to tell them just chill, we got this. But,
So
it worked out for us.
How was that game, man? I mean, again.
It was exciting, man. All those games, the last couple, it was exciting, man. There's a lot of people in the stands. The atmosphere was just unbelievable, man. It was just something to play for. It was just like I said, I can't remember like it was just yesterday. All the guys, we linked up. We formed a group chat with a lot of guys recently. Okay. We just talking about that, trying to get a reunion together. I was going to talk to you about that because we're going to try to talk to you about getting a football reunion together. And we working as we speak now.
That's good stuff.
So we're going to try to find one day, maybe at a weekend in the summer. And then that's just gonna be the set day, and we're gonna make it an annually thing, man. With all this that's going around, people passing away, man. So
yeah,
just trying to keep it tight with everybody.
Nah, absolutely, man. Absolutely, man. What was the score of that St. Joe's game? Was that close?
20-6, 20-6
Okay.
game. Yeah.
Okay.
26.
Okay.
Pretty good game.
Y'all win, man. I mean, just that whole year, man. I know you had a line on you too, man. How them holes, man.
Man, everything was predicated to them, man. You know how that go. But again, the line was everybody had been there for the last 2-3 years. I mean, it was just a veteran team, man. You know, and that's just what it was. It was a bunch of guys that was veterans that knew what it took and knew what it was about. And we saw all you guys a few years prior that set the tone for us, that showed us how to actually go about playing and, focusing on the game. So, I mean, when we came in freshman, we were just all playing, all fun and games. Y'all, we watch y'all come in the locker room, all serious business. So, I mean, that just let us know how we needed to be, where our mindset needed to be to win. And we definitely got that from you guys.
And I know football-wise, man, I don't know if they keep records still or whatever the case is. Don't you got like a single season tackle record or something?
I don't know, man. That's what they said. I don't know how true that is, man. I don't really know too much about keeping the stats.
Yeah, I don't know where they find you. I don't know where they find them at or make them, but I think I recall saying your name.
They told us them numbers, man. I'm appreciative if that happened. But like I said, we had a lot of guys, man. It was pretty much everybody was trying to get to the ball. Everybody was trying to make a play. Like I tell my kids that I coach now, like the difference between us and them was just like, we know if you don't make it happen on your play, the next play somebody gonna make it happen. So it's just like we competing to make it happen. Everybody wanted to score, everybody wanted the ball. So it's like when you get it, you got to make it happen. Same thing on defense. We trying to get to the tackles. So it was just all competing. It was all fun though.
Definitely, man. And obviously with that state run, football-wise, you ain't have time to celebrate too much because that Monday's basketball practice.
Man, the next day we was in basketball practice. We ain't take no days off. Yeah. We was going to basketball practice while we was playing football.
Really?
Yeah, Coach Joe opened up the gym for us, sometimes, and we just go in there and get our shots and try to get ready for the season. We owe a lot of credit to Coach Joe, man. He used to open the gym up to us on Sundays. And I mean, that's where we got a lot of ball in, a lot of outside ball other than being in practice. He opened the gym anytime we needed it. We call him up, he opened the gym for us. So we get those pickup games and get those extra shots. So, I mean, a lot of that to Coach Joe, too.
Yeah, no. Good man. Definitely good man. Now, I know this magic run continues, man, with basketball, too. Y'all, again, like you said, y'all been playing since y'all was in 6th grade, man. So how was it?
Man, yeah, man, we were confident, man. I mean, you got a Gil and you got a O that we've been playing varsity pretty much, like I said, when we started with y'all when we was 8th grade. So now we seeing it's just like, we done seen it all now. We done seen Allen Watson. We done seen the Brevin Knights. We done seen the Omars, you know what I mean? Old Coops. We done seen the Terry Nailers. I mean, we done seen it all now. So if you're not bringing it like them, I mean, we gonna get into you. And that's just how we felt. We felt that it was really nobody that can really play with us. We had some height though. Yeah. It changed the game. We lost 5 games my senior year. Lost to Benedict's by 5. Lost to Irvington in overtime by 1. We lost
to them in the county.
In the counties.
I lost them in the county by 1, huh?
Yeah, in overtime by 1. Had them. We was winning the whole game. Had the whole game. They went on a little run. I mean, we wasn't deep, so we only subbed 6. It was only 6 of us. Yeah. And like I said, had we had Coach Ryan, nothing wrong with Tiz, great guy, but he wasn't a strategic guy. Ryan, he set something up real quick, draw something up. We would have been more, strategic. But we ran a lot of things on our own. Everything was just, we ain't had we had a coach, but we was playing on our own. Everything, which is everything that we did.
Now, what round y'all lost to them in the counties?
I think third round. The first round, actually making it to the gym. We beat Weekway at our home in overtime, double overtime, beat Weekway to make it to the gym.
Okay.
And then we saw Irvington. So it might have been a semifinal round.
Got you. Now they had Ramadan. Was he playing?
Man, they had Ramadan. They was stacked, man. they were stacked. What's my man? The shooting guard. They had there's a bunch. I can't think of the names off the top right now. I know them guys when I see them though. But no, they had a great team, man. We had lost them the year before. We played them my junior year at Irvington, and they beat us by like 30. And Coach didn't even coach. We got into a little scuffle the day before we played Irvington in practice, and Coach called practice. I think Omar was
as far as the team.
Yeah, he called practice. We was in the middle of practice, and we was going at it, and we knew how intense the next day was. So something got into it. We got into it. Coach called practice. So we got out of practice early that day, and we came to Irvington, man, and we showed up, man. I mean, we was up by 10 the whole game. The last 3 minutes of the game, I think we broke down. And I don't think they broke down. They was Irvington. They had won the county tournament the last 5 years in a row. They had something to prove, it was there. So they went out and they took it from us. We gave that one up. And I still got nightmares of that game, But it was a good game. It was the first time we got to the gym. That was one of our goals, to make it and actually play in the Essex County gym. So we got that. We accomplished that,
Then I still had the states to go. So
Yeah, then we had the state. So we got with the states, we got kind of lucky because back then the states went off for your record. So our record was really good. I think we only had just lost to Irvington. We only lost to Benedict's. And I think a team in Jersey City, St. Mary's of Jersey City, some BS team we played on the Saturday that we lost to them by 1 point, gave the game up. So I think we was at the time like 21-3. So we had the number 1 seed because St. Anthony's, they had lost, St. Pat's had lost games. So we got the number 1 seed and played every game at home, which was MK. We had to play at MK.
That was MK, okay.
Yeah, so that helped us out because we ended up playing like Essex Catholic the first round, Holy Name the second round. Like to play the bottoms of the bums because we was the top seed. And then we ended up seeing St. Maris. So Maris, right before the championship game. So that was the big game. We had lost to them our junior year in the playoffs, and they beat us by like 20 my junior year. So we had a chip against them too. We was already going in with a chip, playing them. Ended up knocking them off. They might have been like 9 in the state.
Okay.
At the time, yeah, we knocked them off and beat them maybe like 5 or 6. Okay. Beat them by 5 or 6 to see St. Anthony's. And then it was just like, see what we do against them. Because they was loaded, man. I mean, again, I don't remember who was on the team. That game was just like a blur. It went so fast, man.
Yeah, know all about it.
Yeah, man, we played them all 4 years, so it wasn't like we were scared of playing them because we had been playing them, but it was just like 6 guys against Arsenal with 12, 13, and you got 5 D1 guys, and
Billy and all of them was playing too.
No, Billy had graduated, so we saw Billy the year before.
Okay.
Yeah, we seen Billy. He was a year older than us.
Okay.
So we played them actually at our court, and we played Billy and them pretty tough. Because we was on our court, smaller court. I Hurley got mad, talking about he never wanted to play us because we trapped them all over the place. I mean, it was we lost by 20, but it was a close 20. Like we was in the game first half, maybe third quarter, and then he called a timeout, yelled at him, and then they just blew us out from there.
He said he never wanted to play back at Immaculate again. Huh?
Yeah, he said he never, because like I said, we trapped them. Then we had that court, the little line once you go over, and they being so tall. It was a disadvantage for them, more of an advantage to us because we were small and short. So we ain't had to go too far, and they really couldn't spread the court out on us.
Right.
We played the championship game. We played at Fairleigh Dickinson Madison, so that court was huge.
Yeah, man. With all this going on, man, and you got to think about that next level, man. Was you thinking about going? Did you ever think about going to college? Was that a no-brainer? Your parents? Okay.
We was thinking about going. It just a matter we didn't know where we was going. We was hoping that scholarships open up, things like that. So we were just trying to wait and see, who was going to give us an opportunity.
How was the process for you?
It all fell back to the SATs, man. Like I said, I took the 2. I took the conference championship game and then the state championship game. And my mind really wasn't on it, and I missed it. And back then, we didn't even need that many points, and I still missed it by a couple. But then after that, I just like, man, I ain't taking this no more. Like, man, bump that, man. And they ain't really had no SAT prep classes for us. Like they ain't do nothing. I guess they didn't really know. You know, we hit the storm. We hit the scene by storm. Nobody really knew we was going to be successful like that. So I don't think they really planned for it. You know, they had you. Only a couple of us. You know, you was successful. Jakeem was successful like that. You know, we would have thought they would have had. They should have known a little better from you being successful.
Oh, nah, man. I had to dip off. I ain't do well on them SATs, man.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. So
yeah,
I figured they should have known. You know, from your year. All right, so now when our class come, because we didn't know about, we took it late. Hell, we should have took it sophomore, junior year, those things like that. You know, I think we would have been better off. But I mean, you live and you learn. So
definitely, man. So you end up going to Montclair State, correct?
I went to Montclair State. Yeah, I wasn't even going to play football.
Wasn't okay.
Mr. Allen, I was going to jump on with Big Will. You know, he was doing the construction thing. Mm-hmm. And at the time, you know, he had gave me a job for the summer. So, you know, he was like, you know, you want to make some money, you know, this the way it is. And what happened was the coach from Montclair, O'Connor's and Coach G, they found out that, you know, I lost my opportunity for a scholarship. So they was like, okay, Reg home. So they just kept calling Finn and kept coming to calling the house, calling the Finn. My pops was like, you know what? They showing a lot of interest, you know, just, you know, once you go check them out. But at that time, you know, I ain't think about playing no Division III, man. I heard it was like, man, we want to play Division I. I want to be in a video game. Like, that was my thing. I wanted to be play myself in a video game. But I ended up going up there and I linked up with a bunch of guys that I guess was in the same situation as me, you know. Didn't get the SATs, but were really good ballers. So, you know, I stayed up there. And then, you know, we had some success up there as well. So.
Now, what position you played up there?
Yeah, I played tailback. I started out, my first year I played kick return and punt return. So I just caught all punts and all kick returns. And then I started my sophomore year. I started tailback my sophomore year. Mm-hmm. And then all the way through. And then ended up being a captain my senior year. And I think we went 7-3 my senior year. We went in the ECAC game. And so, I mean, that's some success.
Nah, man, I tell folks, man, don't sleep on that NJAC at all.
Oh, the NJAC was rough, man. That Rowan, Trenton College of New Jersey.
That's when Rowan was Rowan, I think, too, right?
Yeah, Rowan was Rowan. When I was there, out of my 4, they won 3 out of the 4. Mm-hmm. You know, they won 3 out of the 4 up there, and they was in the dance every year. Mm. So yeah, they was legit.
Did you know what you wanted to do past football? I mean, did you have an idea?
I didn't have an idea, man. I was just taking classes in college. You know, I thought I wanted to be an accountant. My father had an accountant. You know, I saw his house. Joker had some money, so that's all I knew. I just wanted to make money. I didn't have an idea what I wanted to do, and I just took a bunch of classes. Like I said, I was an accountant all the way up to my junior year. And then I was like, man, I don't even want to do that. That ain't the move. And then my father was like, yo, why don't you go into physical education? So I was like, man, I don't want to teach, man. You know, he was like, you know, you teaching, you get your summers off, blah, blah, blah. You know, it's a good career, guaranteed job. So I thought about it. You know, I went to the career, I changed my major and went to physical education. And I got the degree in physical education. And when I came out, they didn't really have any opportunities in phys ed because that's not a job that people going to give up.
Right.
So lady over there, East Orange, kept seeing me come up, you know, saw my resume. Was like, you never thought about special education? And so I didn't know what special education was. We coming from Immaculate, we ain't had special education. And just like, yeah, why not? So she put me in and I jumped in on the special education department. So, you know, so now I'm in, I do behavior with the middle school now.
Now, is it all ages, or you said the middle school? So
yeah, I started out at the high school. And now I'm in the middle school. So, you know, 17 years in. So,
wow.
Yeah, pretty good. But I've been coached at the campus. Mm-hmm. Got a championship for basketball. Got a championship for football at the campus. Mm-hmm. And then just been all over. Coached at Barringer, been at Weekway, Plainfield, Roselle.
What made you get the coaching itch, man?
Well, actually, when I went to Finn, and Tiz, the basketball coach, when I went to Montclair State, Tisdale was the older guy, basketball. So he was just like, Reg, you right here, you know, can you help me? I need some help with the young guys. So I was like, yeah, I wasn't playing basketball. I decided not to play basketball in school. Mm-hmm. So I was like, you know what? I got some time and put some money in my pocket. So I started coaching my sophomore year at Immaculate. So I started coaching the basketball team. Then we had Mr. Murphy, the older guy. He was the freshman coach at the time. He passed away. And then Finn was like, why don't you just take the freshman job? So that was the start.
Okay.
And then I did that all the way till I finished football at Montclair. And then Finn asked me, did I want to come to Immaculate and coach football? So I was like, yeah. So that was the start. That's how I started coaching.
How you like coaching, man?
I love it, man. I actually love it, man. I love it. I don't want to say I love it more than playing, but I've been doing it, man, since 19, and I don't think I'm ever gonna stop, man. So I coach everything now.
Yeah. Did you ever back then any aspirations of being a high school head coach or a head coach somewhere, but outside of the freshman JV, like at the varsity level?
Yeah, I did, man. Actually, I tried to get the job at Immaculate, but they told me I wasn't ready. They told me, they kept passing me up for whatever reason.
Oh, you tried multiple times.
Yeah. I was there. I graduated in 95 and I came back and coached in 97. So I want to say from 97 to 2005, I was trying to get the boys' job. I already had the freshman job. I did the JV job. And the job opened up 2-3 times at Immaculate. But, I guess they felt that I wasn't ready. They would give it to somebody else. Okay. So then I left. I left Immaculate and went to East Orange. That's how I ended up at East Orange. And I got the opportunity to coach the freshmen there. I had some success as a freshman. I think we won the championship at the freshman coach. And then they moved me up to JV coach. And then I won the JV tournament, JV coach. And then they still wouldn't give me a head coach job at varsity. So I still didn't get my opportunity as head coach. But I'm waiting, man. I'm patient, man. I'm still young. And I'm still learning the game. So I'm just going to wait for my opportunity. And,
Now, let me ask, as an outsider, man, I never sat in no coaching interviews. Like, what do they ask you in these interviews?
I mean, to be honest with you, when you go to an interview, I think they already know who they want. They just got to have the interview process. They ask you, questions, your experience and your background first. And then they ask you, what can you do for the program as far as, they want to make sure that can you get the kids in college, or you make sure that the kids behavior-wise are going to be okay, things like that. They make sure the kids' grades and academics, the regular stuff. They just want to make sure you're going to take care of the kids and you got the best interests, and you can do is pretty much what can you offer to the kids. A lot of coaches, they want a lot of kids, parents, they want the kids to go to the next level. What connects do you have to get to the next level?
Now, going into some of these interviews, did you already know it was kind of like, why am I even here?
I mean, sometimes, yeah. A lot of times I'm just doing it just for the experience. The more experience that I get, the more questions that you hear, the more prepared I can be for my next interview. So now when I go into the interview, I can have everything answered before you even ask the question, when I present it. So, everything is just a learning experience. It's like learning the game. You got to learn what you can and what you can't do. You turn the ball over sometimes, so you got to learn when you can't do that. So it's just the same concept. Like I said, it's just, I think when you're from a place, like I was from Immaculate, came from Immaculate, they probably felt that because I'm theirs, I'm young, and that really wasn't the case. We took something that hadn't been done in a long time and pretty much changed the culture. So, I felt like if I could do it as a player, I definitely could do it as a coach. They tell you if you could do something playing, you could be able to teach somebody the same thing that you was able to do. That's my concept, my philosophy. But like I said, I just got to be patient. So it's just a matter of me being patient and just, sticking to the game.
What's your ideal situation? Anything out here? Like if it came up, like this is all me.
I mean, at this point, I just want an opportunity. I don't really care. Nothing really came easy for me anyway. So I got to grind. So, I'm just ready to grind. If I get an opportunity where I'm blessed with some athletes, then great. But I don't really think, opportunity like that, they're going to give it to somebody with experience,
What kind of offense you running? What we doing? I mean,
well, I got the wing T background, but I like the spread, multiple offense. I like the two backs with a tight end, something like that. It's multiple though, but I'm still running that ball.
Yeah,
definitely running that ball.
And then being over that your time in East Orange, I mean, obviously you got a big school. They don't combine Scott and East Orange High together. I mean, so I mean, again, I know outside of school they got a lot of stuff to deal with too. But as far as just playing and just seeing them out there, these athletes, man, I'm sure you saw your fair share.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, you know how it is, the hood, man. So, I mean, we deal with all types of obstacles, but our job is just to keep the kids grounded, and just keep them focused on what the goal is. We already know outside forces out here. They try to take our kids, and they do. Sometimes the kids get caught up in the streets, but it's like somebody told me it's a war. So somebody told me when I was at Weekway, it's like it's a casualties in war. You're always gonna get some casualties, but you just got to make sure that the nucleus that you keep, majority straight. So, I try to live by that.
Nah, most definitely, man. And I know through all this too, and we talked about as you jumped on here, man, being a father, man, how's this been for you? You're a father, you're a coach. I mean, you giving instructions all the way around, man.
Yeah, man, it's work, man, but it's fun, man. I like the father. I was pretty much parenting being a teacher, man. I had thousands of kids that wasn't mine that I was showing a lot of love to. So now it's real easy because it's mine, they mine. And I could discipline them and I could do all the things. But, it's enjoyable, man. It's probably one of the best feelings that, besides coaching, man, and playing, man, it's one of the best feelings I ever had, and I get to relive it all over again through them. So it's definitely fun, man.
Nah, most definitely, man. I know with sports and everything, man, what is it giving you, man, that sticks with you to this day?
Confidence.
Yeah.
Confidence, work ethic. You gotta work. You gotta. We put in countless hours. I mean, hours and hours and hours. We ain't really hang out like that. When we think about it, we ain't really chill like that. We just all about the sports. We did it because we loved it. So, I mean, find something that you like to do, and then just doing it.
Yes, most definitely, man. But throw you on the spot a little bit, man. And you might get some people in trouble, might get yourself in trouble, but we're gonna have some fun here.
All right.
Cool. Some things random, some not so random.
Okay.
Cool. You in the whip, man. You prefer the parkway to the turnpike?
Definitely the turnpike, man. Less police.
You think so? You think so on the pike? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Now,
only a couple spots on the turnpike. Exit A. I mean, after that, get to Jamesburg. Then you get later on down. They like split up. They ain't really too many. Parkway, they could be anywhere, man.
Nah, well, Prospect or Springdale?
Prospect or Springdale? Springdale.
All right. Wauseson or Sovereign?
That's a tough one because I got ties with both of those. I would have to say Wauseson because that was the start of it. That's why I started everything right there.
All right. McDonald's on Dodge Street or sandwiches?
That's another tough. Man, I gotta go with McDonald's on Dodge, man. Again, that was the starter. Before I even knew about a Sandwiches Unlimited, we was going to McDonald's on Dodge every weekend.
Nah, definitely, man. I just think about the foam containers for the foam joints.
Yeah. The fish joints, the blue joint.
The blue joint, yeah. Yeah, with what you call it? I was about to say, a block party or the club?
Block party, definitely block party.
I don't know, you're a TV guy. We got Power or Snowfall.
What's the other one?
Snowfall.
Power.
Okay.
Yeah.
Action Park or Great Adventure?
Great Adventures.
Speaking of the turnpike, let me see how Jersey or what exit is that?
On Jersey?
No, you're a Jersey guy. What exit is Great Adventure?
Great Adventure 7A. 7A.
No doubt. Just want to make sure. I don't know if I had to revoke any cards here. All right.
Nah.
We got Immaculate or Immaculate State?
Immaculate, man.
Okay.
Immaculate.
Okay. Nah. What you prefer? You being an adult or a child? Which one did you prefer?
Adult, man, because I got money, though. I had no money when I was a child, man. I was begging, man.
Oh man, You answered this one earlier, but I'm gonna see if you change it. Playing or coaching?
That's tough, man. I like playing. I like playing better because, coaching, you can't control it because you can't control how the other. But playing, you can dictate everything. It's all you. So I definitely enjoy playing. I love coaching, but, I definitely like playing the game.
Okay. Now, this one might be tough. I don't know if you can find this one. The best game you ever played in your life, any sport or on any level. This is one. This is like, you know what? This was it.
Best game I played in my life, man. Had a lot of games I played pretty good in.
Yeah.
Best game, though. I want to say we played basketball. I think we played the Paul Catholic, and I think I dropped down like 18 on them.
Okay.
A quiet 18 either. I don't even think I tried to score 18, but I probably could have scored like 20 something, 27 maybe. But I gave a couple assists to people just because I didn't really need to score.
Yeah.
Football wise, I want to say at Montclair State at Keene.
Keene, okay.
Yeah, playing Keene at Keene. I had scored 2 on offense, and I had an opportunity to take the kick return back. Kick return came short. Guy got caught, and he pitched it back to me. And I got that jump all the way down to the 5-yard line. I got caught.
You got hawked down, man?
I wouldn't say I got hawked, but I should have scored. Should have scored. But I ended up scoring 3 touchdowns that game. So, that was a highlight for me. Scored 3. I had scored 2 a couple times, but I never scored 3 in a college game. So, that was a highlight for me. I enjoyed that. And I want to say those was 2 best games.
We call him Big Will, but some folks know him Mr. Allen. What's he meant to you?
Oh man, Big Will is everything to me, man. He taught us how to play. He showed us how to play the game, taught us about respect and dignity and all those things. Just showing up, man. He just taught us how to show up. So and without him, man, I don't think, a lot of the success wouldn't happen. He put us in the positions to be successful.
Okay.
And everything else was just us, but he definitely put us there. So he means a lot to us.
What about Coach Finn?
Coach Finn means a lot to me, my high school coach,
Yeah.
He put me in football. He put me in a position to be successful. He put us all in a position to be successful. I think he was a fair guy. One of the best coaches still to this day, I think. I've been around a lot of coaches, and he's still amongst one of the top. Great guy. Coach Mal, another one, man. All those guys, man. This is a great guy. We couldn't have success without those guys. Just for me being on the coach, and I know how hard it is. The coaches, how much time they put in, and effort they put in. I mean, it's them. Really the coaches, they do all the work behind the scenes, and putting us in the right position. All we had to do was just play. So, all those guys, that whole staff means a lot to me.
Nah, definitely, man, definitely. Best team you ever been on?
The Immaculate team, man. The best team, the Immaculate team. It's kind of tough because our middle school team was just as tough.
I know y'all had some good teams,
the middle school team. I don't know. It's tough, man. That's like a tie, man. Because Immaculate Middle School, we had some guys. We played some good competition. Very successful. But then same thing as the high school. So I think it's a toss up.
All right. I was told to reframe this question, so I'm gonna reframe it just a little bit here. Your top 5 Immaculate players from your era.
Top 5. Lee Mullins.
Nah, definitely. West is tough.
Cohen.
Nah, Dave lit it up, man. Dave lit it up.
You.
Nah.
You crazy. Eb, you crazy. You crazy. You definitely. And then I gotta go with Gil. Oh man, I gotta go with my guys, man. I gotta go with my guys, Gil and O.
Where you at in all this, man?
I mean, I would be underneath that somewhere. I wasn't so much as basketball wise. I wasn't as athletic as I was short. I was my thing was I was smarter than a lot of people. You know what I mean? I could see the game before a lot of things happen. You know, Gil and O, they were taller, they was a little bit more athletic. So a lot of things that I wanted to do, they can actually do. You know, so I was pretty much this, I set everything up. You know, I didn't really try to. I could have scored. I really didn't have to though. I got Gil on one wing, I got O on one wing. They're gonna make the shot. At the time, I had Keon. Keon is another like Gil and O. So I was always surrounded by some really good athletes. So it was just a matter of getting those guys the ball, and that was it. I played real good D, and we was just tough. Had a lot of heart.
Mm-hmm. How about football?
Football wise, I want to say put you up there. Definitely you.
Yeah. I cut this out, man.
Man, you just being humble, man. You one of the reasons why we came to Immaculate.
Y'all was supposed to go, man. You just mentioned y'all had to just.
Yeah, but again, we saw y'all. You know what I mean? I don't think if we didn't see y'all have success and do that, I don't think we would have went there. Like I said, the guys that we saw, Lee, Dave. I mean, you was lighting up the gym, man. It was exciting coming to see y'all. You're seeing, y'all won the conference. You went undefeated, right?
No, football. No, not football.
But basketball, though.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, football, y'all didn't have all the players that you had. You had a couple guys that was athletes, but y'all really wasn't. I was more so basketball players than football guys. My opinion, with the exception of you and a couple like Brian Mooney was a football player. Like he was both, he was a good athlete. So, with the exception of certain guys, I think that was the difference. Our era, we were football players, but me, Gil, and O were basketball players.
Right.
That was all that we really had. My senior year was me, Gil, and O. We had Troy. Troy played with us through the era, so Troy just got confidence just through playing with us. But football-wise, we were a football team. We were stacked football-wise. We had all the pieces.
Yeah.
In basketball, like I said, me, Gil, and O, it was just a heart factor. We knew what it took, and we just played.
So y'all finished that up. Your football,
I want to say me, Gil, O, Troy.
Troy's. Just to see Troy, and I think I said this to him, man. It was interesting because when he talked about it, he's like, man, I couldn't even get in a 3-point stance when I first started playing football. And look at him.
Troy didn't want to play football. We was trying to get Troy to play football for the longest because we knew if he played, he always, he was lacking that toughness. He was a good kid when we met him. We all come from from East Orange. He was just a good kid, and just playing with us. And we used to just get into it all the time. Like, cool, man, you got to get tougher. You got to get tougher. And man, he came out for football and that just did it. Like the light just went off. And man, he just became a monster. I mean, he was just a monster out there. I mean, so absolutely. Even in basketball, he held his own. Like I said, to be 6'1", 6 feet, playing the center, so he was way more athletic than he looked.
Now, outside of Immaculate, as far as because y'all done played whether it's football or basketball, like who best high school athlete you've seen?
Yo, Jermaine Mathis, Ice.
Yeah.
Man, Ice. Yeah, he was definitely one of the. He could have been something special, man. Could have been something great, but that's definitely one.
Yeah,
Jermaine Mathis, man.
Nah, most definitely, man. And that probably takes away my next one because I was gonna say somebody who should have made it.
Man, Jermaine Mathis, man. Ice, definitely. Definitely.
What's best part about being Reggie Johnson, man?
I'm a likable guy, man. I'm a humble guy, and I know a lot of people, and I think I get respect from quite a few people, and I'm just a down to earth man, down to earth guy. Not too out there, headstrong guy.
Nah, most definitely, man. You got a lot more living to do, man. But what's at this point three of your most proudest moments in your life, man?
Man, my 3 kids, man, I got 2 boys and a girl. So that's definitely my proudest moments right now, man, in my life, man.
Yeah.
You know.
Book on your life, man. What would you call it?
A book on my life?
What would you call it?
It's crazy. I got a book. I was trying in the process of writing a book, but it wouldn't be that title. It was the title of Nobody's Listening. Okay. So it's just a lot of things that went on through my life that go on in every Black male's life. You know, not everyone, but a lot of us. You know, and then I felt sometimes that nobody was listening. So I don't think that would be it, but that's just the name of the one I called that. I don't even know, to be honest with you.
Okay, fair enough. This is Reggie, man. What advice would you get at 17, 18-year-old senior Reggie? What advice would you give him?
Be more aware, you know, as far as trying to get to that next level. You know, I didn't really know about the pre-SATs, didn't really know about the SATs. Didn't know the business aspect about it, you know, too much. Just out there playing, expecting everyone else was going to do it, you know, instead of me taking initiative. You know, I tell the kids that I'm coaching now, as far as SATs, take all that stuff while you're young, your sophomore year, your junior year, go to camps, you know, network yourself. You know, you gotta market yourself, you know, so we didn't have all this technology that they have now. It's a lot easier to do things now than it was back then. But still, I could have, you know, market myself a little bit better.
Okay.
Had I would have known to do that. You know, I think I found out a little bit too late. And that's another reason why I went into coaching too, so that the next generation wouldn't make a lot of the mistakes that I made, you know, so.
Nah, definitely, man, definitely. I saved this and I was trying to hold off, man, but I know you got your mom and your pops, rest in peace, man. You know,
yeah, well, my mom's still around. My mom's still around.
Talk about in regards to your pops. I know.
Yeah, man, my pops, man. That was my heart and soul, man. That was my glue to everything, man. And you know, I love him dearly. I love him dearly, man. You know, he sacrificed himself to put me in the position that I'm in today. Yes. And I'm forever grateful for him. You know, just the fact that a lot of guys didn't know their fathers, don't know their fathers. And I was definitely blessed. My father was around for all the games, all the practices, you know, he was just there, you know, so.
Yeah. What would you say about you now, man?
I hope he's proud, man. He always used to tell me that he was proud of me. So, you know, I just wanted to continue to do the right thing and move right, you know, and just, you know, keep the legacy going, man, you know.
How about your mom? What mom said about you?
Mom's the same way. She's proud of me, you know. She can't believe I'm a parent, you know. She tell me that all the time. She still remember me as being her little baby, you know. So, you know, they proud. You know, it's all any parent can ask for, that, you know, your kid, you know, come up pretty successful, a little bit successful. I won't say I'm super successful, but successful was in the eye. So,
how you define it, right? Yeah.
Right. So I guess, you know, I am successful, you know. And, you know, that's all any parent would want for their kid, man, is to be successful and to be a good person, man. So.
What's on deck for you?
I don't know, man. I'm still coaching, man. I'm still trying to plug in for a head coach job. You know, I got visions of being one of the best coaches in the state of New Jersey. So just I keep saying, whenever I get my time, it's just like when I get it, I feel like I'm just gonna win right now because I'm so knowledgeable, because I'm trying to prepare myself for if I get an opportunity, even if I just get one opportunity. So I'm just waiting, man. I'm real antsy right now, and I'm just having fun with it. You know, if not, then I'm raising my kids up, coaching my kids, and going from there. You know.
How are you? I mean, just a sidetrack. You mentioned your kids, and like even going to the game earlier, watching little man. Like, how are you as a parent in the stands?
It's rough.
Man?
It's real rough, man. I'm trying to be a parent, not a coach. You know, but I think it's in me. I've been doing this so long. When I go to the game, whether it's football, basketball, any sport, the kids are listening to me on the sideline. and not their coach. And I'm trying not to let that happen because, I know how it is. My father really didn't say nothing. He, I'm trying to take a page from him. My father never said nothing. He didn't say nothing until after the game, till we got home and we talked about it. But during the game, he ain't say nothing. I think it's in me because I coach. Like, it's certain things that but it's hard, man. It's really hard, especially when you know more than the coaches that's coaching your kid. So I'm learning. I'm trying to figure this out.
Yeah,
but, right now I live in Union, so right now a lot of kids and parents, they trying to get me to coach, the middle kids, the elementary kids, but it's hard because I'm coaching high school. So I'm trying to find a balance where I can do that, so I don't gotta be coaching from the sideline.
It's a football town, man, Union.
Yeah, man. It actually is everything, man. They got a lot going on here. Soccer, big in soccer over here. Football, basketball.
Okay.
Not so much basketball, football and baseball.
Baseball too, right?
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Soccer, football, and baseball, they big on over here.
He gonna kill me for saying this. You mentioned Union. You know who almost went to Union?
You almost went to Union?
You know who almost went to Union to coach?
Who was that?
Coach Finn.
Oh, yeah?
He's gonna kill me for saying that, yeah.
Hey, man, listen. I mean, I would have understood, man, that paycheck, man.
Yeah. Immaculate, coaches at Immaculate, no matter what coach it is, you everything. You the coach, groundskeeper, janitor, everything, you everything as far as that. But that's where you kind of learn how to improvise and make do with two baskets. And for basketball coach and football, you make do. I mean, you figure it out. And then when you get to the bigger schools, you just be like, oh, this ain't nothing as far as you give me all of this access.
Right. It's luxury now.
Yeah.
It's definitely,
man.
Yeah.
Now, Reg, man, I just want to thank you for just taking time out. Like I said, just watching you just come up, man. You may have heard this about yourself, man. You with all those teams and everybody, man. Use the glue with everybody, man.
Appreciate it.
You ran the show. It stopped and started with you. Maybe some other folks might got more press and everything else there, but it didn't go without you. You know what I mean? And proof is in the pudding, man. Look all the success you had back then, and what you're doing now. It kind of just cultivated you as far as his coaching. And it's only a matter of time, man, for somebody knock on the door and have some damn sense and get you that coaching gig, whether it's a Group 1 school, Group 4, parochial, or you whatever the hell, as a brand new high school, whatever the case may be. Man.
Right.
It's coming. It's coming, man. And I look forward to the day I can go down and catch a game, man, to see you on the. I don't know if you're a headset, throwing your headset kind of guy or whatever the case is, man.
Yeah, I'm intense, dog.
Yeah, watch you do your thing, man. So I'm looking forward. I get that call or find out you got a head coaching game, man. I'm definitely at a game, man. So I'm looking forward. But thank you. Outside of that, man, just again, I know I mentioned your moms and your pops, man. I know how they are, how special they are to you, man. I watched it with my own eyes, man. And like I said, for them to raise you and your sister and everybody, man, like I said, couldn't be more proud to know you, man. So I just want to say thank you for the memories you done gave me, man, as far as what you've done and what you continue to do, man. I appreciate it.
Right. Appreciate you. Hey, man, you a humble dude, man. Because like I said, man, you was the star of the show, man. We was coming to see Ibn Webb, baby. So like I said, man, we just piggybacked,
man.
We piggybacked off of you. You set the bar, and we just took it where you couldn't take it, man. And that was just it, man. We wish you guys actually could have won it to have that success, that same success. And y'all had success, man. Y'all was very successful as a group. Y'all just didn't get that hardware. But, like I said, we didn't do it just for us, man. That was pretty much for everybody, man. And that's really from the bottom of the heart. You, Rodney, Jakeem, Jason Allen, Brian Mooney, like you guys, you were the big bros to us, man. So I definitely appreciate you guys for just lending a hand, you know what I mean? Just embracing us and putting your arms around us and, bringing us to the family.
Yeah. Nah. Thank you, man. And like I said, go get that head coaching gig, man. So I come down to Jersey, catch a game, man. I love to watch you.
Yeah, we working on it, baby.
All right, cool. You be well, man, and we'll talk most definitely.
Definitely. Stay safe. Appreciate it.
Likewise, Reg. Peace, man.
All right, dog. Salute.
Good stuff, man. Glad I was able to connect with him. Like I said, I got to see him as a young in here, man, has come up and everything else, man, and just never even knew he ran track till he said it. But Reg, my man, I appreciate everything. I appreciate the solid you jumping on, or what have you here, just sharing a little bit of your world. With that said, though, man, I'm gonna just slide on out. I put my hand over my heart. That means I feel you. Yeah.